Right after the day she passed, yung araw na yun mismo, uminom na ako agad. Kasi I was lost. It destroyed me. It wrecked me from inside. Kasi ang pinakamahirap, kapatid, is acceptance eh.
Yes.
Yung paano mo tatanggapin yung isang bagay na imposibleng tanggapin. Love is love, you know. Hindi siya kailangan perfect, kailangan lang totoo siya. Para makaiwas ka dun sa regret, huwag ka na maghintay. If you love somebody, express that love right away. If you can express love, kung meron kang gustong sabihin sa tao, huwag mo na ipagpabukas. Do it now. Don't wait.
No matter the weather, we'll get through it together. You make all
Welcome back to Behind the Scenes Season 3 Father Series. Ayan, for this episode is close to my heart because we're joined by someone who has lived through love, loss, and a miracle of fatherhood. You may know him from his heartthrob days. Ito, alam ko yung mga panahon na to, kung alam niyo yung kakaba-kaba ng 2004. Kasama siya sa group na Gwapong 4, kasama sila Jay Aquitania, Benj Bes, and Kiel Rodriguez. Ang manager nila dito is Tito Douglas Quijano. Yan. The best manager ever. He stepped away from the spotlight for a while, only to return stronger, becoming one of the most talked about YouTube stories of 2020. Actor turned influencer, and most importantly, a very, very devoted father. Let's welcome sa Behind the Scenes with Ina, Mr. Andrew Schimmer. Kuya Andrew! Long time no see. Oh my gosh, Kuya, how are you?
Well, okay na okay. Super okay.
Super okay na, yes. Kuya Andrew, where did Andrew Schimmer start?
Acting, being an actor actually, kapatid. It was a childhood dream of mine. Bata pa lang ako talagang, ano mo yun, pag nanonood ako ng TV, ini-imagine ko, ano kaya ako yung nandoon? So may mga ganong factor ako nung bata. Tapos nung high school, actually, dun sa yearbook namin, sinulat ko yun. Di ba pag sa yearbook, meron kayong nalagay mo ano yung dream mo.
Yes.
Nilagay ko talaga doon, I want to be an actor.
Talagang childhood pa lang.
Super childhood dream ko siya. Kaya,
So, paano ka pumasok sa industry, Kuya? Nung nag-start ka, nag-audition ka ba? Or...
Nung era namin, which is, this was 90s, maano pa yan eh. Siyempre, wala pa tayong social media ng mga panahon. Madugo pa.
Tsaka iba yung pag-promote sa sarili, no?
Iba pa. So, noong mga panahon na yun, ang naging pinaka-stepping stone ko is Mr. Pogi.
Yes.
Doon talaga ako sa Mr. Pogi nag-start. After Mr. Pogi kasi, doon na ako na-discover ni Tito Dogs natin.
Yes, Tito Dogs.
Then from then on, yun, dire-diretso na yun. I think after few years, yun na yun nag-start agad ang Kakaba-Kaba Adventures. Yan
talaga, Kuya, childhood ko yung Kakaba-Kaba. Alam mo, hindi ko nga alam kung naalala mo yun. Kahit taping ninyo sa Kakaba-Kaba, sa may Mindanao Avenue.
Mindanao Avenue.
Punta ako.
Yes.
Kasi ganun, yung Gwapong 4, yung mga G4, alam ko yung mga 2000s na mga kaedad natin, yan yung mga sikat nung time natin. Ang Gwapong 4, sila Jay Aquitania.
Those were the days.
Sila Kuya Andrew. What was it like working with the Gwapong 4 and nung Kakaba-Kaba days? Any memories that still makes you laugh today? Marami, no?
Napakadaming memories with the boys. It was fun, of course, working with the boys. Especially, actually, hindi naman with the boys, with the whole cast. It was fun. Very promising, lalo na ang tagal namin nagsama.
Ilang years po ba ang Kakaba-Kaba?
Almost, rin ang Kakaba-Kaba, I think. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, almost 2 years.
Matagal yun for a show.
Masaya, actually, itong taping na to, itong project na to, ang inaabangan namin pag taping na. Kasi every Saturday yung taping nito. Pag Saturday na, lahat kami yan nagte-text-text ng apat. Ako, Kiel, Benj, and Jay.
Excited.
Uy, may taping tayo bukas. Anong ganyan-ganyan? Anong susuotin mo? Anong ganyan? Anong requirements mo? Ikaw, o kita tayo ganito, dadaan na. Well, something like that. Yung ganong klase ng excitement. Kasi yung mga kasama mo, it's either super friends mo.
Yes, oo.
O mga talagang, kumbaga sa salita natin, kabagang mo talaga.
Oo,
diba?
kumbaga talagang kabady-body mo.
Oo, kabady-body.
Tsaka kasi kuya, kilala naman kita, ikaw may pagka-introvert ka. So, alam mo yun, para sabihin mong barkada mo rin sila, ibig sabihin nag-jive talaga kayo.
Oo.
Kaya naging close kami kila Kuya Andrew kasi nung panahon na nag-politician pa si Daddy, they would go with us sa mga campaign. Kaya puro kami babae, so sila talaga. Sila yung naging kuya namin nung mga panahon na yun, silang apat.
Actually.
And until now, itong ganun pa rin yung relationship namin. Siguro 20, 25.
Sobrang liit mo pa noon, Ate
Kaya-
Ins. As in, parang 7 years
Ewan
old
ko,
ka lang
kasi
ata
sobrang
nun.
tagal na. As in, kaya yun yung sinasabi ko, close to my heart because bata pa lang ako. Kilala ko na talaga si Kuya Andrew and sila yung kuya namin. Why did you decide to step out of showbiz?
Hindi naman ako nag-decide to step out. Siguro pwede nating sabihin na parang siya, tawag ng pagkakataon na lang. Kasi, kumbaga, yun na yung hinihingi sa akin nung moment eh. Lalo na nung pinanganak na yung eldest ko si Andrea. Kasi yun kumbaga kaputukan namin yun ng career namin eh. Kasi ito yung
grabe
mga
yun.
moment na may kakaba-kaba, tapos meron akong soap sa gabi which is Forever in My Heart. Tapos meron ako sa hapon yung Walang Hanggan. Can you imagine
my
may
God.
MWF ka, may aabangan ka na TTHS, then meron kang Saturday. So nung nagka-baby ako, ang hirap. So at first, since you are excited to be a dad, pipilitin mo yan eh.
Yeah.
You will work it through. You will work out mo yan, lahat ng possible na pwede mong gawin mo. Kaso at the end of the day, tao ka lang. Alam mo yun, you have to pick. So anong mga panahon na yun, yun ang hiningi sa akin pagkakataon. Kailangan kong pumili. Ang nasa isip ko kasi that time, gusto ko siyang tutukan ng attention at least hanggang 4 years old siya. Pag 4 years old na siya, then I can work again. O yung makapag full-time ako. Kaso dito sa trabaho natin, show business, sa mundong ginagawa natin, hindi ganun ang buhay.
Yup,
Diba?
totoo yan.
Hindi ka pwedeng magpalagpas ng opportunity tapos sabihin mo, babalik na lang ako next year. You can't do that. So, yun yung natutunan ko. So, pagbalik ko, nung medyo nasa edad na yung anak ko, wala ka nang babalikan.
Ganun
Diba?
yung naano mo.
Ganun kabilis yung
Transition,
yung
kumbaga,
transition ng
ano.
generation. Ang dami na agad pwedeng gumawa ng mga ginagawa mo noon. Na noon, ilan-ilan lang kami.
Totoo.
Na-experience pa namin yung hahanapin ka, kukontakin ka for this project. Diba?
I think tama yun, Kuya. Buti na share mo yun. Yung difference nung time nung 2000s. Kasi yun yung panahon nag-start ako. I started 2005, 2006. So, nakikita ko rin yung difference ngayon ng showbiz industry. Parang nakaka-shock din siya coming from dun sa kinasanayan mo na ngayon parang kailangan mong makipagsabayan na parang, iba na.
Diba? parang ngayon, ang bilis masyado ng pacing ng mga bata ngayon.
Tsaka talaga ngayon, pinaparamdam na, hindi, replaceable kayo.
Yes,
Ganon.
oo.
Kaya kailangan magaling tayo.
May social media pa ngayon.
Oo,
diba?
diba? What sparked your return through social media and YouTube?
Hindi naman siya planado. Hindi ako ma-social media eh.
I know! I know! Sabi ko nga po sa inyo, ito ang pinaka-introvert, tsaka isa sa mga taong hindi nyo makikita sa social media masyado.
hindi
Before,
talaga.
Yeah.
Dati, meron akong crowd fear, yung gano'n.
Yes.
Takot ako sa tao. Kaya yung mga kaibigan ko, pag kaibigan ko, talagang close friends. Until now, mga kaibigan ko pa rin. Kung sino yung mga nakakausap ko na yun lang. So may gano'n akong factor.
You've shared your journey of grief after losing your late wife, Ate Jo. It's been almost 2 years. Can you walk us through how that chapter of your life shaped you?
Okay. Actually, mabalik ako doon sa unang question kanina. Kasi si Jo ang dahilan kung bakit ako nag-social media. Kasi nga, wala akong time for social media before. Kasi parang, hindi ko alam, hindi ko siya nakikitaan dati ng purpose. Na tinatamad ako mag-post. Parang, what's the point kung alam ko sa tao ng ginagawa ko. So, hindi ako man. Up until na, yung mga moment na araw-araw ko nang inaalagaan si Jo sa hospital. Yun yung time na naisip ko na i-share ko sa tao kung ano yung mga basic na ginagawa ko sa kanya. Kumbaga, nasa isip ko,
Kuya.
Teka lang, sorry.
Sorry.
Naisip ko kasi noong mga panahon na yun, parang kung sakali mang may mga katulad ko na dumadaan sa same situation, gusto kong ipakita sa kanila or gusto kong ituro sa kanila na kaya niyong alagaan yung pasyente ninyo. On your own, kung nagtitipid ka, hindi ka makakuha ng private nurse mo or something. Kinukunan ko ng video yung mga moment namin kung ano yung ginagawa ko sa kanya, day by day experience. So, doon nag-start yung social media life ko. So, nag-start siya na yun niya, ini-story ko yung ginagawa ko sa kanya. Nilinisan ko siya, hinihilamusan ko siya, pinapakita ko sa story or sa reels.
Yes.
Kung paano pinapalitan yung ganito, pinapalitan yung ganyan, kung paano ko sinasaction yung phlegm niya.
Kasi 'di ba parang ginusto mo siyang gawin to inspire people and that happened. Kumbaga, in-inspire mo yung mga tao na you can take care, you can do everything, 'di ba? And you did that, Kuya. Kaya I know that you gave inspiration and motivation to people who are going through the same thing.
Oh yeah, thank you.
And Kuya, my next question is, how did you manage the emotional weight of grieving while trying to stay strong for your children?
Actually, kapatid kita, I will be honest with you. Dito ko lang to sasabihin, hindi ko naman to sinabi kahit kanino nung mga interview namin. Hindi ko siya na-manage, kapatid.
Yes.
Kinain ako ng depression. Kinain ako. Right after the day she passed, yung araw na yun mismo, uminom na ako agad.
Yeah.
Hindi na ako tumigil humawak ng kahit na anong klaseng alcohol na makita ko. Naging alcoholic ako, promise. Hindi ko siya kinaya. Kinain ako ng depression ng buong. Kung hindi dun sa dalawang batang yon, Sander and Andrea, wala ako dito ngayon. Sila yung nagbigay sa akin ng ultimate strength ng mga panahon na yun. Kasi I was lost. Hindi ko pwedeng sabihin na yung experience ko kay Joe shaped me. Hindi na lang ako shape. It destroyed me.
Yes.
It wrecked me from inside. No, it's okay. Actually, naka-get over na ako. Pag naaalala ko lang, bumabalik yung pain, someone. Mayroong corner ng heart mo na pinapaalala sa'yo na, hey, I'm still here. I still exist. Mga ganun lang. Every morning when I wake up, pag tinitignan ko yung mga mukha nilang dalawa, lalo si Sander, minsan matutulog yun na makikita mo yung luha niyang nag-dry down. So yun yung nakakapagbigay sa akin ng strength, yan. Ng will to move on. Ano mo yun? To move forward. Kasi ang pinakamahirap, kapatid, is acceptance eh.
Yes.
Yung paano mo tatanggapin yung isang bagay na imposibleng tanggapin. Diba? So para sa akin, yun yung doon ako hirap na hirap. Grabe, I was so wrecked. Hindi naman nakikita ng tao yun. Siyempre, pag nagpo-post ako ng video, pinipilit mong maging okay.
Yes.
But I was wrecked. Hindi ako makausap na maayos. Nung ini-interview ko ni Kuya Julius, alam ni Kuya Julius yun. Palagi sinasabi ni Kuya Julius sa akin, Andrew, are you okay? Do you need help? Palagi niya akong ginagawa. Kasi hindi ko na minsan alam kung ano yung sinasabi ko. Hindi ko na minsan alam kung saan mo dadalhin yung sarili mo. Hindi yun alam ng tao, Atis. Ang alam lang ng tao kung ano yung nakikita nila, kung ano yung naririnig nila. Pero yung struggle behind everything, struggle behind the scene, they don't know that. Kung paano ako kumove up, actually, sobrang hirap. Kaso at the end of the day, wala ka namang ibang pupuntahan eh. You need to accept that reality. So once you accept that reality, gumagaan. Yung burden, somewhat, nagiging napupunta sa understanding. Nabubunot yung pain nawawala. Little by little, every day, each day, alam mo yun.
Hindi naman perket, alam mo, tapos na, 2 years na nakalipas. It's not like
it's
that.
It's impossible.
Grieving is forever. Kumbaga,
Grieving.
it's a matter of how do you control the pain or how do you mask the pain.
Yes, actually, how will you handle it?
Yeah.
Yun yung pinaka-problema. Iba-ibang tao, iba-iba naman ang pag-handle natin ng problema. May mga kapatid tayo na mas malakas kaysa sa atin. Sa tingin ko, itong pinagdadaanan ko ngayon, baka tawanan lang nila or makarecover sila right away. Kaso ako iba ako eh. Emotional.
Yes.
Yun yung downfall ko. Bilis akong maiyak. Masyado akong sensitive. Alam mo yun. Kaya, ayun lang. Kita mo hanggang ngayon, sobrang saya ko na, sa totoo lang. Pero every time na matatouch yung corner na yun, lumalambot ka ulit.
Hindi ko si Kuya, syempre, like, ako close ka rin kay daddy ko, di ba? So,
sobra, Tito Boy,
like 8
of course,
years,
yeah.
But the pain is still the same.
Yes.
Like, grieving, sabi ko, grieving will be there forever. Kailangan mo lang lakas ang loob mo, and paano ba madidirect yung sakit na palitan mo na lang ng something positive na ibalik mo yung blessing or something sa mga anak mo.
Yes.
Gano'n na lang, di ba? Now that you found a new love, What did you learn from loving, from losing, and loving again?
Love is love, you know. Hindi siya kailangan perfect, kailangan lang totoo siya. Kailangan totoo siya. Nung nawala si Joe, right after nun, ang unang natutunan ko actually, napaka-fragile ng buhay. Kahit na gaano ka kasigurado ngayon, matulog ka lang, hindi mo alam kung gigising ka bukas. Ganun yung nangyari sa kanya. Bago siya matulog, she's okay, she's healthy, she's fine. Then one snap, it's like that. So para sa akin, yun ang natutunan ko, life is very fragile. If you can express love much deeper, you know, do it. Kung mayroon kang gustong sabihin sa tao, huwag mo na ipagpabukas. Lalo na kung may connection ito sa puso. So say it now. If you want to hug your wife, you want to hug your kids, you want to hug your mother, your father, do it now. Don't wait.
Now.
Don't wait. Kasi minsan pag nag-decide siya, finish or not finish, pass your papers yan eh. So, minsan kasi ang sakit ng regret. Minsan mas masakit yung regret kesa dun sa scenario itself eh.
Yes.
Diba? Kakainin ka ng regret. So para sa akin, para makaiwas ka dun sa regret, huwag ka na maghintay. If you love somebody, express that love right away. Express it right away. So yun ang natutunan ko. Nung nawala siya, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still alive. Although mahirap tanggapin at first, well, kailangan ko siyang tanggapin. So yun ang siguro first move na ginawa ko is acceptance. Nung nagkaroon ako ng acceptance, gumaan lahat.
Parang po yung naging fast track kasi yung acceptance mo, you had to accept for your children.
Yeah,
to
I have
be
no
strong,
choice.
to be able to take care of them. So you had no choice but to accept.
I have no literally choice. Kaya hindi mo madadaya ang bata eh. Minsan pagka darating sila from school, may magpapanggap kang okay, magpapanggap akong nagluluto-lutuan ako sa kusina, tapos ngingiti-ngiti ka. They know. One time naiyak ako, nilapitan ako ni Andrea sa kitchen, sabi niya. Kinuha niya yung sandok sa akin, sabi niya. Dad, it's okay. Ako nang gagawa niya. Sabi ko, bakit? Sunog na yung niluluto ko ba? Kasi niluluto ko lang, no? It's a simple hotdog. So, yun yung sinasabi ko na hindi ko na alam kung anong ginagawa ko that time. I'm just trying my best.
To live every day.
Diba?
For the kids.
For the kids. Live one day at a time. Then, tignan natin sooner or later kung ano mangyayari. Pero yung mga malalayong plano, wala ako nun. One day at a time lang kami.
Kuya, what does your current relationship teach you about healing and moving forward?
Tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, Ate Ins, regret is very painful.
Yes.
Apakaswerte ko lang ngayon, di ba? Despite the challenges, despite the bad scenarios na pagkalooban ako ng taong, alam mo yun, Diyos ko, uunawain ka, despite everything happened to you, despite the scars all over your body. So, nabiyayaan ako ng ganong tao. So, little by little, andun siya, tinutulungan niya ako.
Tsaka, di ba, yun, binayayaan ka ni Lord, binayayaan ka pa ng isa pang blessing.
Isa pang blessing. Actually, wala pa ako. Kaya nga, di ba, saya-saya ako.
Yes.
Totoo yun, hindi lang niya ako basta binigyan ng taong, alam mo yun, magmamahal sa akin ng totoo ulit.
Yes.
Di ba, binigyan pa niya ako ng sinuklian pa niya.
Yes.
Di ba? Yung love na nasuklian ng another little life.
Totoo.
No matter what happens, you just need to move forward. Yun naman yung sekreto sa buhay. Kahit anong mangyari sa'yo, di ba, kahit dapan-dapa ka na, just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
At saka nandiyan kasi si wife. And she always reminds me na, it's okay to laugh. It's okay to laugh without guilt again. Love, it's okay. You're alive. Live. Live. Andun siya.
Yes, nag-take away si Lord, but alam mo, eventually, He will bring someone to help and
Ganun naman siya.
guide you.
Pag may kinuha siya, meron siyang ipapalit na, di ba, may kukunin ako sa'yo, pero huwag ka mag-alala, anak, iiyak ka lang sandali, pero magiging masaya ka for the entirety of your life.
Yes.
Diba? So parang yun yung nangyari sa akin.
What was fatherhood like after Joe's passing?
It was very hard, kapatid. Siyempre, biglang mag-isa ka na lang eh. Sanay ako doon sa, alam mo yung kumpleto kayo, may hinihintay kang uuwi, di ba? May magluluto sa umaga. So, nung nawala siya, ang hirap kasi para kang nawala ng isang paa. Parang gano'n, di ba? Yung sanay ka ng, ito yung routine ninyo everyday. Tapos, in a snap, biglang, nawala yun.
Yeah.
Dinadaya ko pa nga yung sarili ko noon eh. Nung mga siguro after at least mga 3 weeks nung nag-pass away siya, niloko pa yung sarili ko. Nagpapanggap ako, andyan lang siya. Lalo na pag wala yung mga bata nasa school, I still talk to her. Oo, kinakausap ko pa siya. Mini-message ko pa yung phone niya. Tapos mukha akong tanga, magre-reply ako doon sa phone ko, pabalik sa kanya. Ganun ako ka-loser noong mga panahon na yun. Actually, parang sumama yung kalahati mo doon sa grave ko nasaan siya. Parang ganun.
Yes.
Somewhat a part of you died with her.
Oh, yes.
A part of me died with her. Yung mga bagay-bagay na hindi ko nauunawaan noon, mas naiintindihan ko na ngayon. Alam mo yun? Tsaka mas naging close ako doon sa mga bata. Kasi, syempre nung nandyan si mami nila, alam mo yun, relax ka pa eh.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun, okay lang whatever happens, it's okay as long as we're complete. We're together, it's okay. Eh nung nawala siya, alam mo yun, parang mas hinold ko yung mga bata. Actually, baka nasasakal na sila sa...
Siyempre, mas magiging protective ka.
Mas naging overprotective ako. Mas gusto ko silang malapit sa akin. So, yun, siguro yun lang yung naging big difference. Mas naging super close ako sa kanila. Mas mahal na mahal ko sila ngayon.
Were there moments when you wanted to give up, and how did you overcome them?
Every day, actually, pag wala na yung mga bata, kinakain na talaga ako ng depression. Bago sila umuwi ng school, nag-give up na ako. Pero every time na susunduin ko na sila, yun yun, every time na makikita ko yung mukha nila, every time na makakausap ko si Andrea, every time na, alam mo yun, maglalambingan kami ni Sander, nagkakaroon ako ng konting spark of hope. So, yung depression, slowly but surely, nawawala siya. Nawawala siya. Dahan-dahan. Oo, bumabalik yung love. Bumabalik yung energy ng love. Kasi yun yung nawala sa akin eh.
Yeah.
Yun yung, kumbaga, na-dissolve ng situation.
Siyempre.
Ang dami kong question noon, promise. Nakikipag-away ako dyan every day. Every day, I'm questioning him sa lahat. Di ba? Sabi ko, bakit ito nangyari sa akin? Bakit mo ito ginawa? Yung mga ganun, di ba? Yes. Question after question after question. Until one day, yun na lang, dumating itong misis ko. Nung dumating itong misis ko, doon pa lang medyo nagkaroon ng answer. Yung mga big question mark sa akin noon. Bigla ako, okay. Ito pala yung plano mo. Maganda pala yung plano mo. Di ba? Okay pala siya.
What's the most important lesson your children have taught you from this situation?
Tulad ng mga sinabi ko kanina, siguro from there, I think, the first thing that they taught me is how to be courageous.
Yes.
Kasi yun yung nawala sa akin, yung probado ko bilang tatay. Nawala yung kinain talaga ako. So, yun yung pinakamabilis na tinuro nila sa akin. How to be courageous. How to become you again, Dad. Sa totoo lang, silang superhero nga, hindi ako. Sila talaga. Sila yung step by step. Ako yung parang bata.
Sila talaga yung nagiging strength mo
sila
to wake up, to move forward, to try to heal every day.
To do more.
Yeah. If your kids watch this someday, what do you want them to know about their dad?
I want them to know that your daddy never stopped trying. I never stopped, anak. Even when I'm tired, helpless, broken, I showed up. Your daddy did everything he could. But, it's not enough. Ayun lang.
Your message to your children.
Talagang pinaiiyak ko.
Sorry.
Well, mga anak, thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being courageous. Kundi dahil sa inyo, I'm done for. Promise, I'm done for. Kundi dahil sa dalawang batang yan, kundi dahil sa mga mukha nila everyday, pag tinitignan ko sila, I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore. It's because of them that I'm still here. Still strong, trying to be strong. Ayun lang. Mahal na mahal kayo ng daddy, kahit minsan di halata.
Message to your wife.
To my wife? Mami, mahal na mahal kita. Thank you. Kasi sa totoo lang kapatid, para na lang akong puzzle nun. Ang hirap ko nung buuin. Ang dami ng mga missing pieces na wala. So, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for putting me back together. You know? Thank you. Kasi minahal niya ako doon sa mga panahon. Hindi na ako kamahal-mahal. Binigay siya ng langit sa akin kapatid doon sa mga panahon. Mahirap na akong mahalin. Doon sa mga moment na yun niya ako binuo. So thank you, Mami. I love you so much. Yung pusong binuo mo, isa lang ang papangako ko sa kanya. Buong-buo ko rin ibibigay sa'yo yan. Promise na promise. Walang kulang, puro labis lang. Ayun na. Grabe ka naman. Sabi ko, hindi ako iiyak.
Di pa tapos to.
Hindi
Ika,
pa.
we have a special segment which is Dear Dad. So, itong segment na to, this is a special message from Andrea.
Uy, oo nga.
Hi, Daddy!
Kasama niya si Jasmine.
Kaya nandito kami ni Jasmine ngayon to say a few words about you and to describe
Ayun yung bunso ko.
You're wise beyond your years. You're caring.
Diba?
You're hardworking and you're very, very
Bad kayo.
So, I know that kasi when we were going through a hard time kasi, ikaw ang palagi namin tinatakbuhan ni Sandy. Whenever may hard times kami, pag medyo nahihirapan kami sa emotions namin noon, especially nung kay Mami Jo, ikaw ang naging rock namin, ikaw ang naging foundation for who we are today.
Wow. Thank you.
Tapos I think that ang pinaka-best na quality mo is no matter what, pwede kang takbuhan ng tao. Especially ganito. Lalo na ako. Kasi I know that it wasn't easy raising me all of these years. And it wasn't easy watching me grow from a child to a teenager. And ngayon, to a young woman po. Gusto lang po namin sabihin ni Jasmine, and I'm sure yung iba pong bata, nag-busy rin po sa school, na love ka namin. Lalo na ang mami. Love na love ka niya palagi. Tapos
Mahal na mahal ko kayo ng mami, anak.
We hope na palagi ka happy, na sana bigyan ka pa ni Lord ng maraming blessings. At patagalin niya pa
Amen.
maging healthy ka po. Hindi ka bigyan ng sakit. And sana, sooner or later, makita po ng mga ibang tao online na nambabash sa'yo or in person kung paano ka.
May ganun ka pa.
Kasi from what I've read from them, kitang-kita ko na hindi ka nila kilala. They don't
It's
know
okay. We cannot
what
please
an
everybody.
amazing father and spouse you are. Kasi ako first hand nakita ko dahil na kahit hirap na hirap ka na ilaban or magstay afloat by yourself, iuuna mo pa po ka. In metaphorical terms, para kang boat na may butas and nagsisink ka na dahan-dahan pero uunahin mo pang isave yung mga taong nakikita mo. Yun kasama. And para sa akin, I pray and I hope na someday makita rin ang lahat ng tao. Sana makita nila kung gaano kakabuting father and husband. And sana ma-realize nila na life goes on. Which is ako mismo na nagsabi sa'yo nun na hindi tumitigil ang life just because we suffered a loss.
Di ba nakakatawa itong bata to?
Sana,
Did a good job.
sana makita ng tao na yung pag sa start natin is hindi siya bad thing. Sana hindi nila isipin na napabayaan mo kami or na hindi kami masaya ni Sandy. Kasi, to be honest ngayon,
Hawak mo nga yung kapatid.
mas masaya kami. Kasi ngayon, 2 loving parents na meron kami and hindi na kami nagsasuffer.
Totoo yun. Binless sila ng langit ng mabuting
okay na ba
nanay.
si Daddy? Kaya pa ba ni Daddy?
Napakaswerte
Or kung
nila.
masaya pa ba si Daddy? At least ngayon, nakikita na namin, lalo na ako, nakikita ka sa mata mo na masaya ka na. Yan lang gusto namin lahat po.
Totoo
I love
naman.
you, Daddy! Napaka-uwi.
I love you guys. Excited tuloy ako umuwi.
O, diba?
Grabe kayo ah. Sabi ko na magsishades ako eh.
Happy birthday!
Actually, si wife, birthday niya tomorrow.
Kaya nga, oo nga.
Birthday niya talaga, kaya happy birthday talaga. Ako yung uwi ako magang-maga yung mata.
So yun, so happy nga ako na umabot yun kasi talaga I really wanted to make this special for you. I know it's not easy to do an interview with all the topics, but I really appreciate your trust and for allowing me to share your journey, Kuya.
naman.
Grabe. Alam kong mahirap magsalita, but sometimes kasi when we talk, when we're grieving and we talk and we share our experience, sometimes it helps us heal too.
Yeah, actually, totoo
I
yun.
hope nakatulong ako, Kuya,
Ay,
na
oo naman.
nalabas mo. Kuya, bago yan, Kuya, please promote ka ng show, ng mga businesses ninyo.
Guys, kung kayo naghahanap ng ng staycation place, yung mga medyo mahilig sa nature dyan, meron po kaming maliit na private resort sa Tagaytay, which is sa Alfonso. Alfonso,
Yes,
Cavite talaga siya.
yan.
It's only 10 minutes away from Twin Lakes, Tagaytay. So, meron po kaming Facebook page. You guys check it out. Ang pangalan niya is Green Villa Private Resort.
Yeah,
Okay,
sa
tapos,
Facebook.
isa pa, kung naghahanap naman kayo pa gold, luxury bags, yun yung maliit na business namin ni Mrs. ngayon. So, visit our page, which is Bella Bags. So, ayun yun. Tapos, syempre, yung mga page namin, tsaka channel, unahin ko muna yung YouTube.
Yes.
Yung The Shimmers, guys, please follow us. Although wala pa akong upload na bagong video ngayon. Mag-a-upload ako soon. Facebook, please follow my main page, which is yun, Jan Andrew Shimmer. Tapos yung page namin, which is The Shimmers. Tsaka yung page na rin ng aking misis, yung kanyang Dimp Shimmer page, tsaka yung Bella Bags. Ayan, paki-follow nyo na rin, guys.
Ayan, thank you. Kuya, I love you. Super, thank you. Grabe. Hindi na ako nakapagsalita yun. Kuya, super thank you. Alam mo, Kuya, your story reminds us that behind every strong father is there's a deeper story of love, loss, and healing. Your journey isn't just inspiring, Kuya. It reminds that even in brokenness, we can find beauty.
Yes.
Ayan. To all our fathers out there who are doing their best, whether you're raising your kids alone, grieving in silence, or starting again, this episode is for you. And as we close, here's something to carry with you. A father is neither an anchor to hold us back or a sail to take us there, but they are our guiding light whose love shows us the way. I would like to thank our generous sponsors, Meats and Deli Cafe, for our cozy venue and our delicious food today. Our location is at The Grove by Rockwell Pasig. Turnkey Studio for my glam team. Thank you so much for my hair and makeup, Miss Belle of Turnkey Studios, and located din po yan sa second floor of The Grove by Rockwell Pasig. Oswald Carbonell Life Insurance, maraming salamat sa 100,000 worth accidental insurance ng lahat ng guests ng Behind the Scenes Season 3. Siyempre, gusto ko pa rin mag-thank you sa ating production team. Maraming salamat. AAA Digital and also Studio Manila sa aking production team na ang bumubuhay ng ating show. This has been another heartfelt episode of Behind the Scenes with Ina. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with someone who needs a little hope today. Join us next week for another inspiring story only here at Behind the Scenes with Ina, because there's always a story behind the scenes. Goodbye and God bless you all.
I celebrate you, your light and laughter. I celebrate you through every chapter. I celebrate you, you'll always be the home of my heart. I celebrate.
He is a hitmaker, a family man, and married to the phenomenal diva. But behind all the titles, his favorite one starts with D. Who is the musical dad?
I wouldn't say she's the perfect wife, no. But she was the one that was designed by God for me. And I got married, but she was only 22. And at the peak of her career, the importance of having good values, because when they go out into the world, those things that you instill in them, those are the things that they will hold on to. The development of their character begins at home with the parents. There are certain things in life that you have to go through it. Whether you succeed or you fail, it's all part of life. You're always after the welfare of your child. Learning to value the time that you spend with your children. Every moment is valuable, is precious. Handa kang ibigay lahat para sa anak. Pati buhay mo. Naalala ko tulong ng dad ko, sabi niya yun. susubo mo na lang, ibibigay mo pa sa anak.
Be the first one to guess our father and win 200 pesos worth of GCash. Watch our updates on Behind the Scenes with Ina Season 3 Father Series because there's always a story behind the scenes.
I celebrate you, your light and laughter. I celebrate you through every chapter. I celebrate you, you'll always be.